Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. Back at y'all with another live, man. Let's get the likes up as soon as y'all come on in. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in, that's finally recognizing the boy is back with another live, man. I appreciate everybody that's been coming through. And, a lot of people have been asking me exactly when I'm going to be going live again, man. I've just been taking care of my health. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure everything is straight in that department. You feel what I mean? And, I got to make sure like this is taken care of before, I go back on social media or go back on YouTube and, act like everything's all right. If I'm not okay, then I got to attend to that. And then, you know what I mean? I can keep giving y'all the content that you guys been looking for. You feel what I mean? Shout out to Equip FC. What's going on? Boxing Film. What up? What up? Stop Motion MMA. What's going on, man? Talk to me, y'all. How y'all been doing? Coffee Plant says health over matter. That's a fact, my brother. You got to really understand the importance of your health. I ain't really had nothing serious. I ain't going to lie to y'all, but it's been a long road to recovery. Like a lot. Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like I'll be all right at times. And the other times I felt fucked up. So it's like, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? Do I just let this shit play out until it's completely gone? Like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? But, we more on the positive side than the negative. So I ain't really tripping. You feel me? So let's get into this talk, man. We got some things that we need to discuss in this boxing world, man. You feel what I mean? Because there's been a lot of things that's been going on, specifically with Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin and stuff like that. I want to touch on that just a little bit. Let's get the likes up as soon as y'all come in, man. We got 9 people in the building. I'm very appreciative for everybody that's coming through and showing love. Shout out to Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. He says, I know that feeling. You just got to stay strong and no tough times don't last. Oh, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? It ain't been really that it's definitely been challenging mentally. I ain't gonna lie to you because I'm a really impatient person. I like to get on the road and get to work ASAP. So when I feel like something's holding me back and stopping me from my progress, it gets to me. It frustrates me. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at my subscriber count. I think I'm at like 2,040, and I'm like, man, if I'd have been consistent, I probably would have been closer to the 2,100 mark. You know what I mean? But shit happens for a reason. Everybody got their own pace. Everybody got their own situations. Timing is different for others. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens quicker, sometimes it happens slower. But regardless, as long as you are, putting something out, you know what I mean, you're moving forward. You feel what I mean? So, LB jump ship to GTD Promotions. That's not really far fetched for me, man. You know what I mean? It's not really far fetched for me. But we definitely gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about Floyd Mayweather's post and all that. The Quiff says Spence said, who wouldn't flinch when you got 29 fights, 27 knockouts? Funny as hell. Oh, I didn't even hear him say that, but that's fucking hilarious if he did say that. That's funny. No, I didn't hear him say that at all. But I think the only thing that would have made Frank Martin look good in that situation is if he actually hit Tank after that. But like I said, we're gonna talk. This is stuff that we're gonna talk about for sure. Young Money PR says, bro, who you got, Tank? And I'm assuming you meant to say Tank or Frank. I'm leaning with Gervonta Davis in this one. We're gonna talk about why I believe that, just the little things I've been noticing and what's making me lean more towards Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? It's not discrediting Frank Martin at all. He's a very talented fighter, but I'm gonna keep it as honest and objective as possible. MB26. He says the fight week has been juicy. Pause. Yeah, that's definitely a pause. You gotta tighten up, my brother. You wildin'. Dominic TV. What up? What up? Equip FC says I think a flinch is natural reaction. Doesn't mean you're afraid, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that Frank Martin is afraid at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's a bad look that he flinched that hard and he's that reactive to Gervonta Davis's words and movements, and it comes across as if he's falling victim to Gervonta Davis's mind games. So you could tell Gervonta Davis having a ball on stage because he knows the words that he's saying and how the way he's approaching Frank Martin is working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking he's afraid of him at all, but I think that it's starting to look like Gervonta is like really in Frank Martin's hitting. Now, this could be a good thing for Tank. It could be a bad thing for Tank. We won't know until the night of the fight because there's people who thrive off people getting under their skin, and then there's people that fall apart when people get under their skin. So we just gonna have to wait and see how Frank Martin deals with this because this is the first time he's ever been in this type of situation. He's been in this type of fight, all that good shit. So we just gotta see exactly what happens. He says, love the new setup. I still got some things to add, man. I got this in my bedroom right now. You know what I mean? Eventually, I'm gonna get like some posters put up and all that shit. My logo I'm gonna have on the wall. It takes time, but I ain't in no rush. You know what I mean? As long as the content's out, that's all that matters. That's what Joanna Ingram was saying. Okay. Did you see Tank put the Dre on Ingram? Yeah, I actually seen that sparring session, but Joanna Ingram looked real young in that video, and Gervonta Davis didn't even look the same in that video. So I'm assuming that's a very old sparring session. You know what I'm saying? Probably as old as the fucking Devin Haney one that he put out. But regardless, yeah, it looked like I seen the whole video. He was punching on Ingram, man. The Ingram looked like a baby. Like he looked like he was every bit of 16 or 17 years old. I don't know the details though, but I know he had to be definitely in high school when that sparring session happened. Like Juwan don't look nothing like how he looks now in terms of like features and all that. Coffee Plant says, I can't wait for this, John, man. Saturday can't come any quicker. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's gonna be the same day as my son's birthday party, but the birthday party ends at 8. So as soon as that shit ends, I'm bringing my son over to the crib, put him to sleep and all that. I mean, make sure he taken care of. Then we definitely on watching the fights for sure. Ain't no doubt about it. Sean Terrence, he says Tank by body shot on Frank or Tank by uppercut on Frank to stop him. I'm gonna lean more towards the body shot because I don't think Frank Martin's the type dude that's gonna be there for the uppercut. Typically, when people get hit with the uppercuts because they leaning forward or falling over their punches and shit like that. And I feel like Frank Martin is a well-balanced fighter who doesn't really fall over his feet all like that. You know what I mean? Like the Derrick James typical, like the Derrick James built fighter. You know what I mean? They don't really, they're pretty well-balanced and, they don't, I know Spence didn't look like that in his last fight, but traditionally Spence was a well-balanced dude who never really fell over his feet or was off balance, always in position to punch. So I don't think the uppercut will be the shot. If it is, it's probably going to happen on the inside. I don't know. But I think the body shot option is more realistic because I think Frank has a hard time defending shots to the body, in my opinion. I think he leaves a lot of openings to the body, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Mark gonna be driving 70 miles an hour after the birthday party to catch the fights. Nah, it's funny because the birthday party is only a couple blocks away from where I live, so ain't no need to even do that, man. You know what I mean? So overall, it's convenient for me. There's no way I'm missing these fights. That's all I know. Agent 007, he says, yo, what's good, Mazuma in the nation? Have you seen Gary Antoine Russell calling out Matias? I haven't seen him calling out Matias, but I do see Gary Antoine Russell around and, talking and stuff like that. I seen James Toney had went up to Gary Antoine and was like, will Shakur fight you? And Gary Antoine was like, nah, he ain't fighting me. So he's pretty much insinuating that Shakur don't want no smoke with him or wouldn't use him as a possible opponent or anything like that. He said Shakur got to work for everything he got against me and all that shit. Gary Antoine be talking some greasy shit, bro. Them Russell brothers, they talk real greasy. They're real confident people. You know what I'm saying? Antoine feeling himself. He got the 100% knockout ratio, whatever. They keep promoting that. They keep talking about that. Just like how they did Berlanga and shit like that. But Antoine is a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter, but let's pump the brakes on him just slightly because he hasn't fought anybody elite. Y'all talk shit about Jaron Ennis. That man's a world champion. Oh, well, who did he fight? Well, but who did he fight? But y'all over here want to gas Gary Antoine Russell like he's some type of special fighter when his resume no better than Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis is further ahead in his career than Gary Antoine is right now. But y'all seem to put a huge stamp on Antoine, but then want to put all these question marks around Jaron Ennis. Y'all really got to make that shit make sense, man. Y'all got to be consistent. I think this is a tough fight for Tank. This is Dominic TV, by the way. I think this is a tough fight for Tank, being that Frank is left-handed. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if this will be a difficult fight because Frank Martin is left-handed. Typically, southpaws do have trouble with other southpaws because this is a right-hand dominant world. So there's obviously a lot more orthodox fighters than southpaw fighters. So like left-handed people don't typically run into left-handed people in boxing. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm sure Tank has been in the sport so long that he's been up against enough southpaws in sparring to understand the angle and the do's and do nots against southpaws and shots that they don't tend to see, shit like that. I'm sure that Tank is experienced enough throughout his life to know how to approach a southpaw. If he doesn't know how to fight a southpaw at this point in his career, then he must have been sheltered and really not devoting himself to his craft or really not taking on challenges, just staying in a comfort zone. That'd be extremely disappointing if on Saturday night we figure out that Tank has trouble with southpaws after all this time. But I highly doubt that'll be a situation. You said you could tell Frank really feels some type of way of Tank trash talk. You could tell Frank want to swing so bad, but he don't want to mess his biggest payday of his life. You could tell that I just think that Frank Martin is putting on this impression like he not soft. He don't want to give Tank the impression that he's soft, or he don't want to make it seem like he's shook of Tank at all. So what he's doing is like he's putting the energy out there like nigga, I ain't none of these dudes. Like you gonna respect me type shit. And Tank, I don't know, he sees something in Frank Martin where he feel like he could fuck with him and talk crazy about him. Did y'all notice that like he attempted to trash talk Earl Spence, but it was something about Earl Spence that made Gervonta like fall back from it a little bit. Like the energy wasn't necessarily the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Tank Spence said some things to Tank like you ain't fight nobody. Who have you beat and all that shit? And Tank didn't even respond. You know what I'm saying? He acted like he didn't hear it. And he just fell back from the situation overall. I thought that was interesting. Boxing Film said they still good friends. I mean, but Gervonta was talking shit about him on social media this whole time, talking about how Spence been a hater and he been hating on me and all this shit. That don't sound like good friends to me. I don't think a good friend will call you a hater just to make themselves look good or to promote a fight. I don't know if they that good of friends. I know they got a history. I know they've been around each other and shit like that. When PBC was on the come up and shit like that, but I don't know about that. I don't know if good friends would do that or say that about each other. But if they are good friends, that's cool. Maybe it's just business. I understand that they friends, but how good of friends are they? Okay, it's just promotion. All right. Okay. It didn't sound like it was just promotion when Earl Spence wasn't in the room though. You feel what I'm saying? When he did that interview with $1 million worth of game, and he was talking about, oh, don't nobody got a root for me. I could be in this motherfucker by myself. And oh, that nigga Spence been a hater. He been hating on me my whole career and all that shit. It didn't sound like it was just promotion. It sounded like Tank was coming from a real place. But once Spence got in the room, then all of a sudden he all ha kikiing, all showing teeth and shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just really ain't into that fake shit, man. That shit kind of pissed me off, honestly. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But let's get into what's going on in the boxing world, man. You know what I mean? Let's get into some topics real quick. Hit the like button as soon as you come in if you appreciate the content. We live, back in the building and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? We got 13 likes and got 13 people in the building. 16 likes. Shout out to everybody that's coming through showing love, man. But anyways, let's talk about Gervonta Davis wanting to become undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Champ Side for the video that he had put out. I guess he had sat down and they was doing like a little media scrum over with Gervonta Davis after the final press conference with Frank Martin. And there was a series of questions that was asked with Gervonta Davis. He said some interesting things. I heard him say that he'll fight Isaac Cruz next. I heard him say that he'll fight was it Ryan Garcia? He said he'll fight Ryan Garcia at 140. And then he also said that he wanted to become undisputed, which I thought was very interesting. Very interesting. It made me question why he wants to become undisputed now and what was the change. You know what I'm saying? I want to know exactly what the change is with Gervonta Davis. Now, I do know that his mission is to have a 6 to 7 fight deal, right? He has a 6 to 7 fight um, mission that he's on. And he said that there's a list of people. He got a hit list of people that he wants to fight, and then after that 6 to 7 fights, he walking away from the sport of boxing. This is something that Gervonta Davis has said on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, and he seems to be living up to it. Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth says seeing Tank become undisputed is gonna look weird. He a true definition of a prize fighter. Yeah, and Gervonta, if you, I don't know if you guys peeped, but when Earl Spence and Tank had their little exchange, he was like, "No, you the one who doing this for the money." You know what I'm saying? Because Gervonta was like, "Oh, we was on the phone talking about Earl." He said he was on the phone with Earl, and Earl said that he don't think Frank Martin gonna beat Tank. He only took it for the money. And Earl was like, "No, you the one who do shit for the money. We not doing this shit for the money. You do shit for the money." And it made a lot of sense to me. I think that went over a lot of people's head. I knew exactly what Earl Spence was saying in that situation because, like I said, there's been a lot of situations where Gervonta Davis could have went the legacy route, or he could have took fights that shown that he wanted to prove that he was the best and shit like that. But he easily chose not to. You know what I mean? He chose the money instead, going up against certain styles that he felt he had an advantage against, going up against a certain ethnicity or style that is identified within a certain ethnicity where he could, find a way to knock them out or anything like that. You feel what I'm saying? Dominic TV says, I noticed that too. I think it's that Earl has been on that stage before where the pressure is on. Frank used to street fighting. I don't think the moment hit Frank yet. Yeah, he's definitely inexperienced, and I think that's definitely going to play a part in the fight as well. Now, Earl Spence, I think Tank can't really talk to Earl all like that. You know what I'm saying? Because in terms of like being stars and doing big fights, they pay-per-view numbers is not really that much off. It's not really much difference in star power between Earl Spence and Gervonta. Like if we were to pull up, Earl Spence's pay-per-view numbers, let me see. Let's look up some pay-per-view numbers from Spence. Now I know Tank is the man right now. He got the undefeated record. You know what I'm saying? And Gervonta got that one pay-per-view with Ryan Garcia that did well over 1 million. You know what I'm saying? But Earl Spence, he pulls his own numbers as well. He's definitely a star in himself. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. They said Spence and Crawford did 700,000 pay-per-view buys, which is, I mean, for the streaming era, bro, that's pretty fucking incredible. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That shit drew $55 million. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Earl Spence, he like Gervonta can't really say too much about Spence because they're not too far off in terms of like numbers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, people can say whatever they want, but Earl Spence actually fought like top competition and earned every belt he done ever had. And, he fought for Undisputed at the end of the day. I think a lot of people, they put a lot of disrespect on Earl Spence's name, bro. Like, Earl Spence is incredible, bro. Like, incredible. What he's done in his career at welterweight is incredible. The adversity that he's faced and still was able to overcome it. I don't know if many people overcoming that shit and still being able to climb and still able to compete amongst the elite, bro. I don't know if people able to do that. It takes a special person to endure what Spence has and, still be able to bounce back and become the king of your division at one point in time. Like, that's incredible. You feel me? He said Tank is the king. All right, that sounds good. Stop Motion says, I think Tank became a bigger star after the Spence loss. They have the same fan base. I mean, yeah, a lot of people jump ship after losses and shit like that. That's totally understandable. Yeah, Tank, Tank definitely the top dude at PBC right now in terms of popularity and shit like that. But I don't think there's much that Gervonta could say about Spence to really make him look bad because at the end of the day, there's not too much that Tank has done, way better than Earl Spence in terms of pay-per-view buys, opponents, accolades. You can't really talk that shit to Earl. You know what I mean? I think that's why he fell back a whole lot. You know, like Spence dead ass told him like, "Who have you fought? Who have you beat?" And Tank didn't have an answer for it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was real interesting that Tank didn't respond to that. I remember when Andre told Canelo that shit. Oh, you ain't beat nobody. He said, "Oh, I think Andre was like, who you fought?" And Canelo was like, "Who did I fight?" Oh. Canelo was like, "You crazy as shit, bro. I done beat some goats, nigga. Like, you crazy?" See, here they go talking about that Pedraza shit, bro. When was that fight with Pedraza, bro? Like, y'all niggas still. That's how you know that shit just clarifies. That shit just confirms that Tank not really beating nobody, bro. Like, if you still talking about a win from when Tank was 22 years old, ain't this nigga Tank like 29, about to be 30? This nigga pushing 30. Y'all talking about a win that he had damn near 8 years ago. God damn. Jesus Christ. 3V4179 says, as soon as they said they're not doing it for a check, I knew it was cap. It's a business. The check was the reason they didn't fight Shakur. Not necessarily. I mean, it is business. You know, it is business. I see what you're saying because, you know, he was gonna fight Shakur. They had that shit all lined up. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly believe that Tank snatched Shakur's opponent from him. You know, it was like, yo, we could give you this. How about you? Would you fight Gervonta Davis instead? Now you got to think about it this way. Gervonta is the more popular fighter. It's for a world title, just like Shakur Stevenson. More money, pay-per-view. If you beat Tank and you beat Shakur, which one are you going to skyrocket more from? Which one are you going to benefit more from if you come out successful? If you roll them dice against Shakur Stevenson, if you roll them dice against Gervonta Davis, and let's say, you know, you come out successful in either one of them, which one are you going to benefit more off of? Defeating Gervonta Davis. So I just think that there was more pluses on the Gervonta Davis side than it was on Shakur. So yeah, for sure. But either way, it's a legacy defining move, whether they fight Shakur or they fight Gervonta. You feel me? Like, how many people are gonna choose if they got Shakur and Gervonta in front of them, knowing they popularity status right now? That's like let's say like when Floyd was at his peak, right? If they got the and you know Manny Pacquiao was still around doing his thing, being active. If they give you the option to fight Manny Pacquiao or they give you the option to fight Floyd Mayweather, which one you gonna take? I mean, both are good fights. You know what I'm saying? Both are good fights. But which one are you going to benefit more off of? Which one is going to give you the bigger name? If you come out successful, which one will get you to the top more? What'll give you more respect? What'll get you more recognized? Floyd Mayweather. You feel what I'm saying? So, look, he said Leo Santa Cruz was a champion in 122 and 126. This man was fighting in low-ass weight classes where he was ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux from, but y'all want so much credit for that. Moved up 10 pounds for Barrios. Yeah, and he put Barrios on the rehydration clause. When they knew Mario Barrios he was about to move up to 147, because prior to the Gervonta Davis fight, he was already struggling to make 140. And you want to know how you know he struggled to make 140? Because he's one of the biggest welterweights in his division right now. Shout out to Carmen. She says even if he loses by decision, his profile will be raised. Look at Pitbull Cruz. I mean, yeah, but I think a lot of that. I think Pitbull's stock rise because of Pitbull's actions. I don't think it was necessarily because. I don't think it was necessarily because of Tank. Like, he didn't get knocked out. He was pushing the fight to Gervonta. He didn't allow Gervonta to hit him with that kill shot. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, he still took his opportunities, and then he ended up becoming a world champion a few fights after. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't all Tank that catapulted his career. You know, Isaac Cruz did shit to elevate his own career too. He put some things in play that made himself a big name. When he beat Rolly, that had nothing to do with Gervonta. It had everything to do with Pitbull. Gervonta wasn't in there fighting for him. The reason why Isaac Cruz is in the position that he's in right now is because he became world champion. Because prior to Gervonta Davis, John, a lot of people was giving him praise because he didn't get knocked out or whatever. But what catapulted him to the next level was him winning a world title. Yeah, this dude is doing too much, bro. He's very like emotional. Very emotional. It's like he has an agenda or something. So who is Ryan beat win? Ryan's best win? Are we gonna count the Devin Haney one? Because that shit about to get erased off his record. So Ryan's best win? I don't know. You tell me. Who was it? Luke Campbell? Because how can we count Devin Haney as Ryan's best win when he tested positive for a performance enhancement drug? How could we do that? Can we really give somebody props for winning a fight that they were clearly cheating in? I don't know. Yeah, Isaac Cruz. I mean, what also helps Isaac Cruz is that he has an exciting style. You know what he's gonna do. You know what I mean. You know he going out there. He looking for blood. He looking to step on shit. So Gervonta Davis definitely gave him the platform for people to recognize who he is. But in terms of making himself relevant and being like a key player in the 140-pound division or just boxing in general, that all falls on you know that all falls on Gervonta. I mean, that all falls on Isaac Cruz's actions. What happened to my forehead? Your mother got the same texture tongue as like a cat. You know what I'm saying? So your mother was licking on me and she cut my shit open, man. You know what I mean? That bitch got a cat tongue. You know what I mean? That shit like sandpaper. So that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I peeped this bitch ass nigga been on my page running his mouth all crazy. Yo, hit that motherfucker with the wrench too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't give credit to drug cheats at all. Sorry. You know what I mean? Tell your mom to scrub her tongue with a fucking razor blade, nigga. Fuck you talking about. That's what happened to my forehead. But this was sparring. This was sparring, y'all. It's a sparring wound. You don't put enough Vaseline, that's what happened. Those who box, no. You feel me? But anyways, um, Rogers the second says, "What do you think about Barrios coming back to 147 to fight Manny?" I think the right way to say it is, "What do you think about Manny Pacquiao coming back to fight Barrios at 147?" I just think that it's sad, bro. It's sad that Manny Pacquiao is in his mid-40s and he's still looking to make some type of money, man. I don't know if it's financial issues. I don't know exactly what the situation is. I heard that boy Pacquiao like to give away a lot of money. He spend a lot of money. He got a lot of reckless spending habits, so maybe that's what the situation is. But regardless, man, he ain't got no business being in the ring with no Mario Barrios. You know what I'm saying? I understand he's a legend. He's one of the greatest to ever box. But it's like, are we really going to allow this to happen? But at the end of the day, Mike Tyson about to fight a YouTuber, you know what I mean, that he might possibly get hurt in. So why not Manny Pacquiao? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And what's sad is when Mario Barrios beat the dog shit out Manny Pacquiao, people gonna feel bad for Manny Pacquiao, and they gonna crucify Barrios for it, as if something wrong with him, as if he did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Number double O says, "What do you think about Floyd and his new CEO?" Yeah, let's get into that because this is something that I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen this shit coming from a mile away, man. I knew it was only a matter of time before this happened. You know what I mean? And for those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, Leonard Ellaby has left. Leonard Ellaby, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, has stepped away from Floyd Mayweather and TMT. And this is Floyd Mayweather's post about it. Floyd Mayweather petty as shit. He keeps saying that the Tank Davis and Frank Martin fight getting canceled and shit, posting it on his story. If that don't show how much of a hater Floyd is, nothing will, man. They'll be like, oh, it's all part of promotion, bro. Okay. But anyways, Floyd Mayweather posts a picture. You got to pay attention to this. Look at the picture selection. Him and Richard Schaefer. Leonard Ellaby nowhere near this photo. Floyd Mayweather says, Mayweather Promotions would like to extend our deepest gratitude to Leonard Ellaby for his exceptional leadership and unwavering dedication over the years. Leonard has been an integral part of our team. You know Floyd ain't write this shit. Contributing to numerous business endeavors that have played a pivotal role in the success of Mayweather Promotions. After years of hard work and dedication, Leonard has made the heartfelt decision to step down as CEO to spend more time with his family and loved ones. We have the utmost respect for his decision and are incredibly grateful for his leadership that has helped shape Mayweather Promotions into the thriving organization it is today. Sorry, y'all. As we move forward, we are excited to announce that Mayweather Promotions will be joining forces with Richard Schaefer, a highly sought-after finance expert and a phenomenal founder in the world of promotional boxing with over 40 years' experience combined. Together, we will expand our presence by establishing Mayweather headquarters in Los Angeles. Our goal is to elevate Mayweather Promotions to global success, supporting fighters worldwide and assisting them in making rewarding business decisions that will benefit them well beyond their boxing careers. We look forward to this new chapter and the continued global success of Mayweather Promotions. So that's Mayweather's post right there. Shout out to whoever wrote this shit. This was put together really well, very proper. Floyd got a good publicist with him, for sure. Ain't no way he write that shit. Floyd ain't never say integral in his life. So shout out to his publicist. But my overall situation on there, I smell some cat in this post. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm very there's a lot of shit that there was one statement in here that really caught my eye and made me scratch my head because it just didn't sound right to me. And the part that I'm talking about, you guys probably caught on. It says Leonard has made the heartfelt decision to step down as CEO to spend more time with his family and loved ones. I don't believe that. I don't believe that that's the reason why he stepped down. On some real shit, I don't think Leonard Ellaby stepped down. If we being honest, I don't think Leonard Ellaby will walk away from Floyd Mayweather Promotion. I think that Leonard Ellaby is that loyal where he would not quit on Floyd Mayweather and his promotional stable. Leonard Ellaby has never been the type of dude. I don't like the dude at all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't agree with half of the shit this man ever says out of his mouth. But one thing I'm not gonna say is that he seemed burnt out or anything like that. Leonard Ellaby is one of the most loyal motherfuckers I ever seen in the sport of boxing. Point blank, period. I never seen this man, and him and Floyd have always had issues on and off. They've always had their back and forth, but you never heard Leonard Ellaby ever talk crazy about Floyd Mayweather, right? But I do think that this wasn't coincidental at all. I do think that Floyd Mayweather pretty much got Leonard Ellaby up out of the picture at Floyd Mayweather with TMT. And I'm going to tell you guys why. With Leonard Ellaby being extreme, Leonard Ellaby gets attached, right, to fighters, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Trainers do it, managers do it, promoters do it. You see like how Bob Arum he's really attached to Loma. You see what I'm saying? Like this isn't Leonard Ellaby is a promoter, sir. What does Leonard do? He's a promoter. He's a CEO of a promotional company. Well, he was. So this is what I think happened. And maybe this is me putting my conspiracy theory hat on, but at the end of the day, all you motherfuckers was conspiracy theory, not the nation. I ain't talking about the nation. We make sure shit tightened up over here. But there's a lot of y'all motherfuckers who put y'all conspiracy theory hats on with this Ryan Garcia shit. So let me put my conspiracy theory hat on right now and speak about what I think happened with this situation with Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather now. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis are not on the best terms right now. Gervonta disrespects Floyd every chance he gets. Talks about he's a hater. He talked too much. All this shit. You know what I'm saying? And how he's pretty much destroying everybody's career. He said Gervonta claimed that he saved Shakur Stevenson from signing with TMT. He told all the little niggas that signed him with Floyd how Floyd gonna ruin their careers and all types of shit. He been putting them little niggas on to how the way Floyd been moving for years already. You feel me? So with that being known, Floyd don't want nothing to do with Gervonta Davis. He don't fuck with Gervonta Davis. Meanwhile, he's always noticing how Leonard Ellaby is always by Gervonta Davis's side when Gervonta is no longer with Mayweather Promotions. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what their dynamic is. I don't know what Gervonta Davis is doing with Leonard Ellaby. I know that they have a really good relationship. And just like how Leonard is loyal to Floyd Mayweather, he's extremely loyal to Gervonta Davis. That's something that I do notice. I disagree with Leonard Ellaby on like 95% of the shit that he says. But one thing I'm not going to sit here and deny is that that motherfucker rock out for Gervonta, boy. Ain't nobody walking this planet in the boxing world right now, probably besides Floyd, that he will go against when it comes to Gervonta Davis. He genuinely believes in Gervonta. He genuinely believes that Gervonta is the best fighter in the world. He feels like Gervonta cannot be faded. You could tell in how the way he talks. You could tell in how confident he is when he speaks on Gervonta Davis that he genuinely believes the shit that he says. Now, I think that Floyd Mayweather had caught on to Leonard Ellaby and Gervonta Davis's relationship, and I guess he felt the way about it because at the end of the day, you like, yo, Floyd probably looking at it as a situation where, damn, like this man talks crazy about me all the fucking time, yet you sitting down with him and you helping him out on his business ventures, and I'm the one that helped you get to where you at. We built off of each other. We made a name off of each other. You know what I'm saying? And now you over here sitting down with the man that's talking crazy about me and shitting on my name every other opportunity you get. So I think it was a situation where Floyd Mayweather decided to get Leonard Ellaby up out of the fucking mix. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? This is what I was sitting down thinking about. And I think Gervonta Davis played a major role as to why Leonard Ellaby is no longer with TMT. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. And I've heard some rumors saying that Leonard Ellaby is now he's going to be the CEO of GTD Promotions. I don't know how true that is, but if that is true and that is actually confirmed, then that would feel like that'll make me feel like my thoughts are even more valid. You know what I'm saying? MB26 said he's gonna make more money. I mean, yeah, because if you look over the TMT stable right now, everybody's leaving. Ingram left, Hitchens left, Jalil Hackett left, Savannah Marshall left. Everybody over there. They ain't no money. Over there. What's gonna be interesting is gonna be how, with Leonard Ellaby leaving and shit like that, how is that gonna affect Carmel? How is that going to affect Carmel Moulton in his career? Because it seems like Carmel is the only hot topic at TMT right now. And with Gervonta cutting Carmel out of his fight dates, because Gervonta feels a way about Carmel, he feels like Carmel was defending Floyd when Floyd and Gervonta were going at it on social media and shit like that. So he's like, all right, you want to defend Floyd? You're not going to fight on my cards no more. You know what I mean? And it turns out that Gervonta actually removed Carmel from his event. So, with Carmel being involved with TMT and PBC and all that shit like that, it seemed like Leonard Ellaby was the centerpiece in that situation to help him get on these Gervonta Davis cards. But now that Leonard Ellaby is no longer involved with TMT, there's no bridge there no more. So that just leaves out Carmel out of some good pay-per-view undercard opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So now where is Carmel going to go? What fights are Carmel going to go to? You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. How many opportunities are going to be out there for Carmel? Because PBC don't really got a lot of fight dates as of right now, right? That's not including Gervonta Davis. Is he going to wait until Spence and Fundora fight later this year? What other PBC events are going on this year besides, Barrios? Not Barrios. Besides Tank and Frank Martin, is there any other events? Is Danny Garcia fighting? Is Erislandy Lara fighting? What's going on with Keith Thurman? What's up? I seen Tim Tszyu fighting, but that's on the Saudi. Tim Tszyu was supposed to fight, but that's on the Saudi card. Isaac Cruz fighting on the Saudi card. Rayo Venezuela fighting on the Saudi card. What's left for PBC? Where's Carmel gonna go? These are things that I think about. You know what I mean? Hearn, he signed with TMT though. If he's their number one guy, how are they gonna put him in position to stay active? Carmel only got like 3-4 fights. Y'all got to get that boy busy. This current point of Carmel's career, he should be fighting at least 5 times a year, 5 to 6 times a year. Carmel gonna fight on the Canelo Williams Skull card undercard. We don't even know if Canelo is gonna fight Williams Skull. Has there been any updates on that? I don't know. I'm about to move. I'm uncomfortable over here, man. I'm about to go put this shit over on the couch, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second, yo. Yo. All right, y'all. My fault. I don't got the most comfortable chair, man. I gotta get me like one of those comfortable like gaming chairs type shit. You know what I'm saying? But my sofa is the shit, so that's where I like to really do my lives and shit like that. You feel me? Why you think Shakur going to TMT for what? Gervonta gave Shakur the scoop like, yo, don't come over here. He a hater. Don't come over here. And Shakur, he listened to him and went over the top rank. Shakur not going over there, man. TMT's reputation is so down the drain right now. I'll be shocked if Floyd is able to sign anybody that's a big name right now or a relevant name right now. Let me see. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm just trying to be comfortable. I gotta get used to talking for an hour straight how I used to. The IBF pushed the purse bid back. That doesn't guarantee that a fight's gonna be made, though. That just give Canelo more time to see what the fuck he gonna do. But this is the thing, though. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. And I was talking about this earlier. For all that, I'd rather see Berlanga fight. I'd rather see Berlanga fight fucking. What's his dude name? I'd rather see Berlanga fight Canelo than William Skull. You know what I'm saying? Why is Boots getting hyped up for this Evanesian fight? But Bud gets hated. Y'all Philly heads biased. First of all, I don't know who the fuck you talking to because we ain't even get on that topic yet. So I don't know where you came from. I don't know who channel you came from. But we ain't mentioned Boots not one time since this live done been on. We done been on 44 minutes and ain't bring up Boots' name not one time. Now, in terms of why is he getting hyped up to fight Evanesian, what hype is there around Boots fighting Evanesian? I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about him fighting David Evanesian. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we cannot be mad at Boots because there's been plenty of opponents that have been offered to fight Boots but don't look Boots' way. Prior to Cody Crawley signing for the fight initially, he had pulled out of the fight. Stanionis pulled out of the fight. Keith Thurman overpriced himself. Didn't want nothing. Didn't even accept an offer to fight Jaron Ennis. So there wasn't even a contract needed for Thurman. He just didn't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Where Rashidi Ellis at? He wasn't looking in Jaron Ennis' direction. You know what I'm saying? So for him to fight Cody Crawley and then Cody Crawley don't pass the eye exam, you know what I'm saying? That's out of Boots' control. So when they offered David Evanesian somebody who's able to take the fight on 5 weeks' notice, I I mean, what better? And I think what's crazy. I think I mentioned David Evanesian as one of the people that could possibly substitute for Jaron Ennis. I don't know. Maybe I did. I was looking through the rankings, and I said David Evanesian. That might be possible. You know what I'm saying? That might be possible. But 5 weeks notice. It is what it is, man. He got to take what he could get. This is a hometown fight. Boots got to eat. Boots got to eat. This is a hometown fight, and this is his debut with Matchroom. And, his debut with being essentially his own promoter. What the fuck was he supposed to do? I ain't fighting Ebenezer. I'm just not going to fight. Boots got to take what he could get. Boots got to take what he could get, man. Boots' whole thing right now should be activity, relevance. How do you maintain relevance? By keeping yourself in the fucking ring. Corey going to TMT will be worse than the situation he already in with Top Rank. That's a fact. Top Rank, way, way better promoter than TMT. Not even close. Top Rank actually did a lot of good shit for Shakur career. They made that man a 3-division world champion. Quick, too. Constantly put him in position to fight for titles, and they gave him the best opponents that they could with the time that they had with him. Oscar Valdez, that was a good opponent. Jamel Herring, that's a good opponent. Early in his career, he fought dangerous up-and-coming guys like Christopher Diaz, who was knocking shit out in his weight class and was just a dangerous opponent overall. He fought a young up-and-coming guy who he had history with, Joet Gonzalez. I mean, they did what they could with what they had. Conceição, that's a good opponent. That man had a draw with Navarrete. You know what I mean? You said good matchup. Eddie did good. I think Eddie did good with the time that he had. You know what I mean? And what's interesting about that, just like I was saying back, y'all remember when I was talking about Jaime Munguia beating John Ryder? I said that if he knocks out John Ryder, they're going to find a way to compare Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez's performance against John Ryder. Now, look at this. Terrence Crawford knocked out David Evanesian in what round? Let's check this out. Let's check this out right now. Terrence Crawford knocked out David Evanesian in the 6th round of their fight out in Omaha, right? So let's say, shout out to everybody that wrote it in the comments, man. Y'all the shit. But let's say Boo stops him in 3. I understand that Bud beat him first. He beat a younger version of Ebenezer who probably had more in the tank. All right, cool. However, the same thing could be said about John Ryder. Munguia knocked out John Ryder before. Canelo beat him first, but you could make a case that Canelo fought a better version of John Ryder because he was younger. He had more in the tank, blah, blah, blah. However, let's say Boost starches Ebenezer in 1, 2, 3 rounds. They're going to say how Boost's performance was better than Terrence Crawford's. You know what I mean? So that'll just keep Boots and Terrence Crawford's name, synonymous, linked together. And that could possibly build a fight later down the line. It worked out for Jaime Munguia, right? It was a fight that people called for because it was Mexico versus Mexico. But after he beat John Ryder, the talks got even stronger. You know what I'm saying? So context is everything because at that point, Bud versus Spence wasn't confirmed and Bud wanted to stay active. I don't think context is needed for that situation. I wasn't talking about that at all. Oh wait, you talking about? Oh, okay. I think you responded to that one dude that was talking crazy on here. They could already say this about both of their performances against Delorme. That's a good point. But anything to build a good fight, I'm here for. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Hopefully that fight can get made. You know what I mean? I think they did a good job with opponent selections, man. You know what I mean? And I do think that Evan Neeson is tailor-made for Jaron Ennis. But at the end of the day, I feel like any aggressive come forward fighter that lacks defense is tailor made for Gervonta Ennis. Straight like that. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? But Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. He says, bro, I want to see Bud just fight Boost, man. It's not hard. Just make the fight. I mean, y'all heard what Bud said, though. Bud said that, he got bigger fish to fry, which I guess he believes Madrimov is a bigger fish to fry than Gervonta Ennis. I disagree with that heavily. But I see what Terrence Crawford is trying to do, man. I guess he feels like becoming a 4-division world champion is more important than becoming 3-time undisputed against Gervonta Ennis. I don't know. But, his end goal is to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's why him and Turki Al-Sheikh been moving so closely, because Turki Al-Sheikh believes in Terrence Crawford. He believes in his vision, and he wants to make those visions a reality. Bud wants the Canelo Alvarez fight. Turki Al-Sheikh wants the Bud versus Canelo fight. So that's why they've been working so closely. They done made Terrence Crawford a damn ambassador for them Saudi Arabia fights. You know what I'm saying? So they developing a good relationship, and I think Turki Al-Sheikh really gonna make that shit happen. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what you're talking about. Yep. Let's get them likes up, man. I'm only gonna be on here for probably like 10 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? So hit me with all the questions, man. Hit me up with the questions. I still ain't 100%. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. The energy not really there. The fatigue, I'm still dealing with it. You know what I mean? I was supposed to have my son tonight, but man. He said, I think he's doing this to make Boost feel what he felt during his top rank days. He wants Boost to earn a shot. The sad news is we might never see Bud fight Boost because of that. I just think that Bud feels like at this point in time, he missed out. While he was with Top Rank, he missed out on a lot of money. He missed out on a lot of opportunities, right? So now that he's free from Top Rank and he ends up getting the biggest win of his career coming out of Top Rank, I think his whole thing is just making up for lost times. So I think that Bud wants to accumulate all the money that he could get. He understands he's in his late 30s. He's not going to be here much longer. So with that being known, it's like, all right, fuck these legacy-defining fights, man. I mean, I already proved how great I am. I did some historical shit. I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm one of the greatest of this era. So now, let's get this motherfucking money. So who are they going to link up with? Some rich motherfuckers from Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get this shit popping. We're going to get this shit popping with these money moves, man. Yeah, I mean, he going to cash out. He probably going to rock out with Turki Al-Sheikh until his career finished, and he going to walk away with the bread. Now, will Turki Al-Sheikh put up the money necessary in order to entice Terrence Crawford to fight Gervonta Boost Ennis? Gervonta Ennis is associated with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn got a good relationship with Turki Al-Sheikh, so I'm not going to rule it out completely, but Turki Al-Sheikh already letting you know at the end of the year he's trying to make Bud and Canelo. So if we do see Bud and Boots, it won't be until 2025. Earliest. So we could just cut out the whole idea of them fighting this year altogether. That's not happening. And that's if Bud don't walk away from boxing after he fight Canelo. What if Boots sells the Wells Fargo? If he sells out the Wells Fargo, then that's a statement. And people are going to have to start talking about Boots a little bit different, because I think Wells Fargo holds like 20,000 people. It's 21,000. You could fit 21,000 people in the Wells Fargo. So if he's able to sell 20 to 21,000 people, if he's able to sell that shit out against David Evanesian, that's incredible, man. But people gonna have to stop talking like he don't sell, because at this point you can't sell. You can't say a motherfucker who filling in 21,000 seats is a scrub. Can't do that. Shay says Boots is the best fighter out of this new generation. I agree with you, but I feel like that's a hot topic of mine. I feel like that's a unpopular opinion. I've been saying that for a while now. I think Boots is better than all these new guys. All these new guys that we talk about, Haney, Shakur, I think Boots is better than all of them, because you can't really sit here and name something that they do better than Boots. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say uh I'm gonna say there's nothing that they could do that Boots can't do. Of course, this dude right here, man. Look, no Tank, but second. Man, shut up, man. Tank limited, bro. They be talking about that slow starter shit for Tank. Oh, he's a slow starter. No, nigga, you getting out box, nigga. That's what's going on. Boots not the Tank. Yo, this is something that I want to talk about too, right? We got 26 people in the building. Shout out to the nation, man. Hit the like button. Leonard Ellaby and Gervonta Davis are absolute fucking idiots. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. I'm gonna tell you guys why. Look, calculates data. Y'all be saying you taking that shit from Floyd Mayweather, but this is the thing. When Floyd Mayweather was calculating data, he still was winning rounds. That's a difference. Dangerous desires, bullies. What's going on? But let me tell you guys why I think Leonard Ellaby and Gervonta Davis are idiots. Because this is a pay-per-view event, right? This is a pay-per-view event. So if these guys know the business so well and they done did all the big fights and all the shit like that, then you should know that in order to get boxing fans to be intrigued enough to buy your fights, then you have to convince them why this is going to be an entertaining fight, why this is going to be a tough fight, why this is going to be an entertaining fight. But what do Tank and Leonard Ellaby do? They just downplay Frank Martin the whole time, right? Imagine sitting there being a casual boxing fan and let's just assume you don't know nothing about boxing. You hearing what they got to say and you deciding whether you're going to bring your family over, your friends over to watch a good night of fights, right? And Leonard Ellaby gets on that stage and he's like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna tell you guys something. There's levels to this, man. Like Tank has been in the gym his whole life. He's been there, done that. Frank Martin ain't never been there. He ain't got the experience. Then you come to find out, as a casual boxing fan, that damn Frank Martin, he started boxing late, and Tank been boxing his whole life. Damn, that seems like a significant advantage that Tank has. And the whole time they just downplaying his abilities, just downplaying him. And it's like, bro, if you want to get credit for your wins, I understand it's trash talk. I understand it's part of selling the fight and shit like that. But if you really want to make sure that the fans are tuned in, they intrigued, and that they really take their time to spend money on your fights, then at least try to make it seem like Frank Martin is a credible opponent. Y'all talking shit about the man's experience. Y'all talking about how he ain't been in the game long enough and all this shit, bro. All you're doing is discouraging fans. All you're doing is discouraging fans from wanting to watch your fights. Because in their mind, they're going to be like, oh, well, this isn't going to be a competitive fight then. Yeah, Shay, it could be the psychological games, but I'm talking about when they're talking to the people. Because when you're at this press conference and you got that microphone, you're not staring at your opponent while you're talking. You're looking amongst the media. You're talking to us. You're talking to the people. You feel what I'm saying? That's the whole point of these press conferences. These press conferences aren't to, talk to your opponent. That's not what it is. That's not what it's for. The whole point of this press conference is to get you, the customer, to be intrigued in what's going on in hopes that you'll buy out a fight and put money in their pocket. This dude, bro. This dude is a fucking clown. Dude is a clown. Mastermind, what up? What up? He says undefeated, 44-0. James Toney fought 25-0. Roy Jones Jr. Damn, James Toney was 44-0. It's a lot of fucking wins, man. James Toney, one of the greatest to ever box. Yeah, they admit that they don't want no smoke. Yeah, and it's like every time Tank fights somebody, bro, it's like he tells you exactly what he looks for in a fighter because everybody he fights, he tells them they don't got no skills. You ain't got no skills. Oh, you ain't got no skills. You can't box. All you talk about is, oh, man, you can't box. Your feet slow. You too buff to swing. Oh, you nigga always talk about how bad his opponents are. You talk, oh, you're trash. Oh, you're trash. All your sparring partners are trash. Oh, bro, then why are you fighting him? Then why are you fighting him? If he's so trash and he not ready, oh, you took this fight too soon. Nigga, you offer him to fight, you fucking idiot. The fuck? How there's no way that he could accept the fight if you never offered it. If you genuinely feel like he took the fight too soon, why the fuck are you fighting him? You're just admitting that you're taking advantage of an inexperienced fighter. That's literally what you're doing. But people like MB don't see it because they blind. They in love. They love how the way Tank braids swing when he walk around and shit like that. You know what I mean? They love them little diamonds in his teeth. They in love with little Tank. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You can't make everybody accept the truth. A lot of people run from it. There's some people that run from the pain. There's people that go towards it. Hey, man. It is what it is. J. Cash said Tank is a coon. Oh, man. He said he not even rocking braids right now. That's how close you watching. He's not? Damn, he already shit. He corrected me. Oh no, my boy, he ain't got no braids. Nah, my boy, he ain't got no braids. Let me see. Let me see that. Tank do got braids. Stupid. What are you talking about? What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the weigh-in. And Tank do got braids. The fuck he talking about? Fuck. These not braids. What is they? Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler postponed. We already knew that. I don't know why they took so long to announce that shit. Says Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at UFC 303 on June 29th has been canceled per Dana White. The new main event is Alex Pereira versus, I think his name is Jiri Prochazka for the light heavyweight title. McGregor versus Chandler will be rebooked later this year. This fight has been pushed because McGregor suffered an injury right before last week's press conference in Dublin. Oh, okay. What was the injury? They locks? Oh, okay, my fault. But okay. McGregor couldn't keep his nose clean. I seen that nigga partying not too long ago. He was living it up. And I'm like, yo, ain't he fighting? He must have already knew the fight wasn't going to happen. Yo, hold up real quick. So I don't know if this dude for Hidden is watching this right now, but he says, "Where I'm Chris from Malik Jackson. What's up? I'm not hard to find." Well, I'll tell you what, Chris for Hidden Chris from Malik Jackson. Malik Jackson gym is right down the block from my gym, right? So you talking this gangster shit, acting like I won't go over there and ask for you. But you can easily come to my gym and ask for me. You know what I'm saying? You talk real motherfucking gangster. As if I know exactly where Malik Jackson gym is at. And Malik Jackson was just at my gym the other day because he was renting some things for us for his amateur show. So watch your fucking mouth before I call Malik Jackson and get him kicked and have you kicked out the motherfucking gym. You clown ass Earth man. Malik Jackson gym right down like Second and Masters, bro. I live on Second Street. Like fuck, nigga, stop playing with me before I go down there, nigga. Probably wouldn't even admit his fucking name was Chris if I seen him. Hate when motherfuckers act. He said I'm gonna catch you, nigga. In the comments, I'm gonna catch you, nigga. I am licensed, nigga. I'm gonna just say that I am licensed. I'm not talking about my hands because that's a myth. Any nigga who ever said they hands is registered a license date, that's cap. That's not a real thing. But I am licensed. I'm not gonna say for what. But it's something that could be very detrimental to your life if you provoke it. I'm gonna just say that. But that's not my go-to. You know what I'm saying? Like I train at my gym is it's literally not hard to find. You go on my social media or whatever, what gym I train out of. Pop the fuck up. There's been so many gangsta ass niggas on here that's talking about they was gonna pop up and see me. Guess how many of them actually see me? And I had somebody had called my dad today talking about they watch Mazuma TV and they want to come check out the gym and shit like that. That probably was his corny ass. You know what I'm saying? He gonna ask for a picture. I ain't nobody important to ask for a picture for, man. What if someone from the nation asked for a picture? I wouldn't say no to taking a picture at all. I'm just saying I don't feel like I'm anybody important to take a picture with. That's all I'm saying. But if you really want a picture, I'll give you one. J Cash says talking crazy on the internet, but when they see you, they turn into Corey Holcomb when Stephen A. Smith pulled up on him. Hey, man, it be like that a lot. This is a crazy ass name. Imp Man's loyal servant. I don't know who Imp Man is, but shit, it must be an important motherfucker. Says Mazuma, do you think Tank look a little off game? No, not at all. I think that Tank been training his ass off. You know what I mean? I think he locked in, and he's trying to tap into every type of like warfare necessary in order to have an advantage over Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's trying to make sure that he's in the best shape possible. I think his preparation is to the best of his ability, sparring, everything like that. But he's trying to tap into the psychological warfare as well. So I think that Tank is very aware of what he's doing. I just think that he's learned from the people before him, and he's looking for the best way to win. You know what I mean? I think he's looking for the best way to win, and he's just pursuing all avenues in order to have the biggest advantage possible. That's all. I don't think he's off game at all. I think he's aware of Frank Martin and how dangerous he is, and he's preparing properly for the situation. You got to be careful. They might want to pick to size you up. I could give a fuck about that. I'm 5'9", 170 pounds. Size that up, nigga. And I got a big ass knuckle. It's like, nah. I wish I had a fucking fist like Shannon Briggs. You ever seen his shit? I got small hands. You know them niggas that was eating them. You know them niggas that was eating them Whoppers from Burger King. He was like, I don't want to. He's like, this burger makes my hands look small. Yeah, I got small ass hands like that. Punch like a son of a bitch though. They can size up whatever they want though. Niggas ain't doing shit. I know that. I'll get on my Jordan Burroughs shit and slam one of them niggas on their head. He said Frankie going night. Ooh wee. I was thinking like round 9, 10. I think that's when Tank gonna hit him with a bomb. I think he gonna hurt Tank to the. I think he gonna hurt Frank to the body. I think Frank leave a lot of openings to the body, man. A lot, and I think that Tank is a good body puncher and he's an accurate, sharp puncher. Just as much as he's a big puncher, he's also an accurate, sharp puncher, man. So I think that Tank gonna place them body shots, and that shit gonna really get to Frank. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Frank is defensively sound when it comes to like up top defending the top portion of his body, but the body shot, he leaves a lot of openings for body shots, man. I said I weigh 170. I weigh 170 and I'm 5'9". Probably 5'10" with sneakers on. And I ain't no small motherfucker neither, because a lot of times when I box in the amateurs, I was bigger than my opponent. When I was at 141, 152, I was typically bigger than the motherfucker I fought. And even to this day, a lot of the 152s and 140 guys at the gym, I'm bigger than. So I definitely ain't small. I'm bigger in person. I look shorter on social media, though. So I get why people was talking about I'm 4'11". That shit hilarious. Who you got if Tank and Devin fought later this year? I mean, if you asking me right now, and just in general, I'm gonna go with Tank, of course. I've always said Tank. You know what I mean? But especially right now, we don't know how Devin Haney gonna bounce back from this situation. So, you know, listen, I'm not talking about that shit no more. But I've been proposed the offer, and he never reached out to accept the offer. So we gonna leave that shit alone. Some niggas like to do shit for social media. There's the people that like to do shit to expose niggas that be on social media. He not one of them. So it is what it is. You said Tank versus Shakur has to be next. We'll see. It's all up to Tank, man. I'm sure Shakur would take that fight in a heartbeat. But, you know, Tank is the A side, so he gotta be the one to send the offer. But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came through and was showing love on the live, man. We spoke on a lot of different topics. I answered a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? But it's about that time that I start wrapping up and getting ready for bed, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So shout out to everybody that came through and showed love and chopped it up with your boy. Shout out to the nation and the mob. If you are new, hold on. T said that I asked him. Hold on. I'm gonna answer T's John right now because he's part of the nation. He said, that's what I want to know. Is Tank compensating by using this strategy of talking shit for his lack of confidence? Frank said, I know you walk I know how you walk, and they have a winning strategy. Um, it could be, but Gervonta been talking greasy to just about everybody ever since Gervonta has decided to take on this role of being outspoken and not letting Floyd Mayweather talk for him. Tank has been approaching people like this for a little while now. He treated Rolly this way when Rolly was talking crazy. He was talking crazy to Ryan Garcia. He was talking crazy to I'm sure there's people that I'm missing right now. I mean, obviously, he talking crazy to Frank. Uh, Maybe if this was like out of character, like if he was just like quiet the whole time and didn't say much, and then he decided to talk crazy to Frank Martin, it could be a lack of confidence. You know what I mean? But I think that in all honesty, I think the trash talk is making Tank more confident just based off how the way he's seeing Frank Martin react. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think Tank is confident in his abilities, and do I think Tank is the most confident person? No. Diego said he pushed Pitbull when he was quiet. Yeah, I think that he wasn't feeling like Pitbull's energy because Pitbull was all mean mugging him and shit like that, so he probably wasn't feeling his energy. Wait. Oh, they put you in timeout? Yeah, you gotta tighten up, my brother. You can't be mentioning that man name on here. You said big up from the UK. Oh, we gotta get some Mazuma merch over there in the UK, man. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that together ASAP. I've been saying that since forever. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'll be back at y'all with some more videos tomorrow afternoon, and shit, y'all just might get a live fight reaction out of me Saturday night. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, this is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share the video, of course. This is Marcus Rosa. Y'all have a beautiful night. Peace.